Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. It is episode 199. Today, we are going to do something interesting. We're going to do something fun. We're going to do something you at home can do yourself. And I think you should give it a try. If you're serious about MLB The Show, not talking about if you like it or not, but if you're serious about playing it, you want to get better, you want more information about how you play, I think our friends at ShowZone may have cracked the code. Full disclosure, this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored. I have interviewed some of the fellows from ShowZone in the past, and I have previously written a little bit for ShowZone. But nobody asked me to do this. I was genuinely interested in the new product is an interesting word, but like the new development thing they created. And so I thought I'd give it a try for myself and kind of talk you guys through it. So full disclosure, just want to get that out of the way. Not a sponsor, but shout out to the people at ShowZone. They're very nice people. Also, quickly before we jump into today's content, which I do think is going to be very interesting. Next week, episode 200. I can't believe it either, episode 200. Make sure you check it out, June 25th, because we have Scan, Nutsy, and D3structive Dude on the pod all at once. 4 people, me and 3 others, 3 guests on the pod. It's a ton of fun. We had a great conversation. It's already in the can. It was fun. We had a good time. We talked about MLB The Show, good and bad, and just vibed for a little over an hour. So I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for all the support over these last several years. 200 episodes is a ton. But enough on episode 200. Enough! It's episode 199 right now. So what we're going to do, and bear with me here for the viewing audience as I try to set this up appropriately, we need to look at my desktop because, it looks silly for you right now, but that's fine. Don't mind any of this stuff. You guys are going to go here. So we're going to do whatever the full screen button is. What the hell's the full screen button? Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? Yay! I did it. F11, future reference. Okay, so showzone.gg. showzone.gg. What you're going to want to do is log in. That's the first thing. Create an account if you've not done so. I'm a Diamond member. Hoo-hoo. So I get some special perks. You don't have to become a Diamond member. But log in. And if you're not familiar with ShowZone, ShowZone is a great place. Again, showzone.gg. ShowZone is a great place for all things MLB The Show. By the way, for the listening audience, thank you. I love you. I recommend for this episode specifically, popping over to YouTube if you have the ability to do so. There's no gameplay in this, but it will be easier for you guys to see what we're talking about visually versus just me describing it. I, of course, will do my best to describe it. It's just the facts. So, ShowZone's great for market manipulation. You can track your collection progress. You can do all sorts of stuff in ShowZone. But what we're going to talk about today is Savant. Savant is in the beta stage right now. And the best way for me to describe Savant is a tool that tracks your game data. So I have it set up so that every night it will log all of the games that I played automatically. It's just a Chrome extension if you have Google Chrome. And it shows you advanced data on your swings and on your pitching style and on your statistics and on your cards that you do well with. I have not actually interpreted any of the data myself yet. This is essentially a blind taste test of what Savant can do. So I'm hoping we can go through it and determine some stuff together. So the first thing I want to do is click on How to Use, because I've already set this up, but you guys might want some more information. So as you can see, you go to the top of the screen. Over 3 million at-bats have already been uploaded. Again, this is the beta stage. It's not fully at capacity yet, or fully, what's the best word? It's not fully, like, entrenched in the community yet. It's still new. So this number will surely grow also as time goes on, more at-bats, more people play, etc. There is a queue. The queue is what you wait in to get your games uploaded. Just anecdotal, this was my experience. I entered the queue, or I entered my own queue, my own games in the queue, when there were 4 people in there. Presumably that means I was the 4th. And it took about an hour, give or take, to get my games actually in there. But that only happened on my first batch upload. It will not take that long in the future. And that was just my own personal experience based on games I've played. It might take less time or more time for you. If you go to this page and hop in and there's nobody in the queue, your stuff should automatically start populating once you've gone through these steps. So step 1, you just install the ShowZone Connect browser extension. Step 2, you go to the Savant tab in that extension and just follow the directions. It's very easy, I promise you. I am the least technologically savvy person on this earth. It is astounding that every week I can upload multiple things to the internet. I figured this out without help, so you guys can do it too. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to dive headfirst into Savant. The way I understand it, in a lot of these places, I'll be able to compare my own personal statistics with the community statistics and see the comparisons, and I don't know, I'm excited. I don't know if this is going to help me. I don't know if this is going to actually inform anything, any of my decision making, but I'm anxious to see what it actually looks like. So we'll go to the dashboard. And it didn't pull anything. Hold on. We're going to figure this out live. Pull. Hold on. There we go, maybe. There we go. All right, we're in. So I hit the pull button. Not a big deal. We're back. We're in. We're here. This is our dashboard. Okay, so we have stat percentiles, which you could go offline and online and change the difficulty. I don't know if these are my own statistics or community statistics. Let's see. Oh, this is mine. Okay, so interesting. Strikeout tendencies. Let's pull that information too. We'll just refresh the page, see how this works. Did not pull my strikeout tendencies. Hold on, I'm going to try it one more time. Again, this is a beta. We're figuring things out together. There's a chance I might have done something incorrectly. But either way, the dashboard, again, the way I understand it, is just the baseline stats. Okay, so that's not going to work right now. You can get into more specific things up top with this scroll bar, and we'll do that. We will certainly do that. So, your quick peek. Oh, hold on. It uploaded. It worked. Okay, so online strikeout tendencies. To be looked at from a right-handed batter's point of view. So left side is inside. That's over here. Inside pitches. Right side is the stuff I chase. Okay, so this makes total sense. I swing at these a lot because they're low and in sinkers to righties. I don't understand. Is this number of pitches? That's what I'm guessing. I don't strike out a ton, so I guess this would make sense. I just don't... Is this all-time data? That's my only question. Is it all-time data or, like, most recent games or something? We'll figure that out as we get there. We're learning together. But I like the display. It also, I guess this means I don't strike out on pitches down the middle. Hallelujah! I don't know. That could just be a random dead zone. My timing window on strikeouts. So I struck out... This must be all-time. 67 strikeouts looking, 222 strikeouts swinging. Fun fact, by the way, I'm not going to switch you guys over to my game, but I do have my game up. In 240 plate appearances with 99 George Brett, I have 0 strikeouts. Just thought that was a fun fact. Not that it's relevant here in this situation. Okay, so let's move over to this right side. My quick peek. My top online batter, Jimmy Rollins. Let's see. Is that accurate? I'm hitting 396, 411 OBP, 36 homers, 66 RBI. You know what? I bet that's accurate just because Jimmy Rollins tended to be my pick a lot. I don't know, though. I used him a lot in BR, but I feel like George Brett I did better with. I'm curious what the distinction is. Why is Jimmy Rollins considered my top online batter? My top online pitcher being Shohei Ohtani, respectfully, is false. I suck with Shohei Ohtani. Very much so. I have a 5.02 ERA in 37 innings. That's just not... It must go off of something. Usage, I know there's a fantasy points thing that they tabulate, so maybe it's that. My top offline batter, Mike Trout, Yohan Santana. Yeah, I don't care about those things. That's fine. I've played 937 online games, 633, oh, sorry, total games, 633 online games, 304 offline games played. Fantasy, yeah, so here's the fantasy points. It must go by, like, total fantasy points accrued. That's got to be what it is. I still don't maybe, I guess it's because I don't use a lot of pitchers for an extended period of time with the power creep. Maybe that's why Shohei is in the lead. I'm curious. I'm hoping I can get feedback. Friends at ShowZone, if you're listening, comment down below what I'm missing here, just so I can better understand, and so the community can better understand. Because I love this idea, I love this function. If my top online batter is Jimmy Rollins, theoretically he should be my wild card. Theoretically, so I'd like to know more. Hitting trends. Ooh, interesting. This is how you've done in your last 15 games, regardless of game type. So that also means regardless of difficulty. You can use to figure out how you're doing versus your previous 15. So in my last 15 games, I'm hitting 450 with a 456 OBP. I have mostly been playing BR and events, so that would track because it's on All-Star. My previous 15 games, 395, 415. That also tracks because I played about 4 ranked games in there, and those were on Hall of Fame. So my batting average is lower. My launch angle in my last 15 games. Oh, this is fucking cool. Okay. So I don't pop up the ball a ton. 1.84% pop-ups. 30.41 on the ground. Liners, fly balls. All these line drives, pretty much, can guarantee it. We're perfect outs. And the spray... Oh, there's a spray chart. Okay, so I hit nothing to the catcher. Lot to the out. This is cool. I mean, I am not sure yet how it will better inform my decision-making. There's still time to figure that out, but this is cool. This is all data from my games that I played, which is wild. This previous 15 games, the comparison that's interesting here is between ground balls and line drives. My ground ball rate went up and my line drive rate went down, probably because the higher difficulty makes it harder to piece the ball together, or piece the bat with the ball together. So that would explain that change. Interesting. Pitching trends, my last 15 games, 2.56 ERA. Yeah, I was killing it in BR. 14-1 in the last 15 games. I did not go flawless because I hate myself, but 2.56 ERA. That's pretty dang good. That also includes some other games, not just BR, but that's good. This is why I teach you guys how to pitch on Thursdays, because I pitch pretty well. Previous 15 games, 5.4 ERA. Again, because it was ranked. Ranked is a different beast. Interesting. Okay, I like this page. So this is just a quick peek, though. So let's get into more stuff. Basics. Okay, basics. All right, when you click on the Basics tab, it looks like you can toggle between you and Community, online and offline. So let's look at Community first. And again, this is based on people who have opted in, based on my knowledge, opted in to have their games recorded. This is not the show.com hitting feedback of every swing ever taken. I'm pretty positive that this is based on who has chosen, by downloading the extension, doing all the stuff, to put their stuff in. So this is not in totality. I would actually argue that these numbers are going to be higher than what you would see on the show.com, because most people who are using the Savant beta are probably, what's the best word? More invested players in terms of, like, maybe they're high ranked, maybe they are nerds like me. They're not, like, just casual players. And there's nothing wrong with being a casual player. That is not meant to be derogatory. It's just stating the difference there, if you guys catch my drift. So, community stats. What I'm curious about is All-Star, Hall of Fame, and Legend. So, on basic hitting stats, All-Star hitters are hitting 357. Kind of thought that'd be higher, but 357 still very good. 314 Hall of Fame. It's actually higher on Legend. What that tells me is that there are some Legend goons uploading stuff, because this, maybe should the Legend batting average be higher than Hall of Fame? I don't know. I don't play enough Legend to really know the difference. So let's compare my stats. We are online, right? We are. Okay. So 357, 314, 353, and we go to me. It tabulates. It's going to take a second. That's fine. We want it to, you know, properly find our informations, and if it doesn't work for some reason, we'll refresh. Not a big deal. Okay, we're waiting still. So load times are a little slow. Again, it's a beta. That is okay, and here we go. So on All-Star, I'm hitting 454. Oh, Nikes. 333 on Legend, which I think was, or on Hall of Fame rather, sorry, which I think is right on par with what the community was, and 286 on Legend. I am worse on Legend. I've played 3 games, 2 games, something like that. I mean, this tracks. Events in BR for me are not a struggle. Like, I don't go flawless as much as I did last year, but the pitch speed's not a struggle, so 454 doesn't shock me. I have not been a fantastic hitter this year on Hall of Fame, though I've pitched well, so that's why I have a good record like I do. But, okay, interesting. I've hit 1,100 homers on All-Star. That's wild. Only 17 double plays on Hall of Fame. It feels like I hit into 4 a game, but that's good to know. Legend, 286, huh? Okay, let's look at pitching. Let's go to the community first. Pitching stats. I'm really just focusing on ERA here, maybe even whip. All-Star 6.41 community ERA on All-Star. Okay, Hall of Fame community ERA 5.88. Legend 7.47. That makes sense because people who I guess that's why batting averages might be higher too. Legend just seems to be a slugfest between the top players, and those numbers I think skew the lower rated Legend players, if that makes sense. Interesting. So 6.41 on All-Star, 5.88 on Hall of Fame. Let's look at me now. 6.08 on All-Star. That's pretty good. Better than the world. 4.44 on Hall of Fame. Hey, this is why I teach you guys how to pitch. I'm a pretty good pitcher. I have a less than 1 whip on Legend. Again, only like 3 games. Maybe 2 games. I don't remember exactly. And a 1.068 ERA, or whip rather, sorry, on Hall of Fame. That's pretty fucking good if I'm being honest. Even a 1.3 whip on All-Star ain't bad. We might be dealing this year, boys. All right, interesting. I like this. Again, I don't know how this is informing my decision-making just yet, but it is such a cool tool to see. Like, if you have a theory like, hey, I think I'm better on, which, I mean, you should know, but I think I'm better on All-Star than Hall of Fame, you can now back up the data. Again, that's a pretty in-your-face, obvious thing to know. You don't necessarily need the data to back that up, but you can compare and contrast, and I think that's cool. Anything else on here? Fantasy points. I guess that's through, they have a fantasy thing, right? I don't play ShowZone's fantasy, so maybe that would be why. Resources, tools. I'm not sure. Neither here nor there. That's fine. We're focusing on Savant today. Next up is leaderboards. What do this be? Again, it's probably just going to take a second to upload. There we go. Look at us. Leaderboard stats are updated every 15 minutes. So these are online stats. Let's just make the date March 1st to now. I think I broke it. Shit. Oh, no. Hold on. I might have fixed it on accident. Okay. Nope. It did it again. Okay, the start date. Hold on. We're going to figure it out as a team. I'm sorry. We're figuring it out on the fly. Why is it doing that? Can it only pick a specific window? All right, whatever. That's fine. February 29th to June 15th. We'll roll with that. Tell me it's saved. All types of stats. Online stats only is all I care about. All difficulty, all stadiums, all away. This is cool. You could really get nitty-gritty on this. Tags, I don't know what those are. Reset filters. Okay. The Dominican Capo has a 605 online batting average. I'm calling Capo on that. We're gonna look him up right now on the game database. You guys can't necessarily see that, but I will relay the information to you. I promise. Lifetime. Who is the Dominican Capo, and why is he or she like the most cracked player I've ever seen? Name entry. We're gonna figure this out. I mean, there's a chance this is one of like the top 0.01% players on Earth, and then I'll retract my statement. But this is why we look things up. Okay, the Dominican Capo. He's 33-1. with a .599 batting average, a .606 on base, and a 1.5 slug. And a 3.07 ERA? What? I mean, no disrespect to this person. I want to point that out right away. They might be a listener, and that's cool. Something don't make sense. How do you play 34 games? Presumably, at that point, you're playing a lot of Hall of Fame, and you're hitting .599. I want to get to the bottom of it. Maybe they played a lot of bots. I don't know. Interesting. Regardless, we're not here to shit talk the player base, and that's not my intention. I am 81st in terms of people who have uploaded data with a 445 batting average. Again, that is weighed mostly, if not just about entirely, by how much I play BR in events. On base percentage, 454 on base. OPS stats too. Wow, I have a 1.4 OPS. I'd be an MVP. Slugging, games played. Oh God, I'm 18th in games played. That's disgusting. Again, based on people who've uploaded. Plate appearances, at-bats, singles. I hit a lot of those. Doubles, hit a few of those too. Triples, ding-dongs. I have 1,900 exactly. Interesting. Total bases. Wow, they got everything. Hits. I guess anything that's tracked in this game, right? Hit by pitches. How do you get hit by more pitches? I want to get... This guy's got to hit more, like 80 times more than second place. Need to know his ways. Intentional walks. Is that times I've given them out? I don't know. Because I've definitely been intentionally walked before. I feel like I've given them out as well. All right, I don't know. That might just be an odd one. No big deal. Strikeouts. Fielder's choices. Sacrifice hits. I guess that's sack bunts. Sack fly. Yeah, those are sack bunts. Sack flies. We have a few of those. Double plays. Wow. Everything. Runs. RBIs. Ground balls. Wow. All right, this is cool. So it had the percentages before, but now it tells me I've hit 3,859 ground balls online. I've hit 2,011 liners. I've hit 5,900 fly balls, 381 pop-ups. I'm like Joey Votto. Your boy don't pop up a lot. Steals. I don't really try to do that, though I'm trying to get better. I have improved. Picked off. I've been picked off? I don't remember that, but only once. That ain't bad. Excuse me. Perfect. Oh, perfect contact hits. Okay. 1,800. To the pitcher. To the positions it even breaks down to. Holy crap. This is cool. This is cool. I wish there was more perfect data on this page, I guess. I don't know if there's more coming up. Cool. Okay. Reminder, you too can upload your information here. My trends. Ooh, let's get trendy. This is basically what I saw on the dashboard page. Pitching trend. Yeah, this is the same thing as the dashboard page, but now it's isolated to its own menu. And I could change the number of games. All right, so let's make it the last... Let's just see wide trends, like 50 games. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh my God, it worked instantly. Wow. That was cool. That was neat. So my last 50 games, I hit 430, and my previous 50, I hit 442. Your boy is consistent as shit. Your boy is real consistent. Launch angles on pop-ups, virtually the same. Ground balls, virtually the same. Liners, virtually the same. Fly ball. I am a king. I'm not really, but that's cool that it's kind of consistent. Pitching last 50, 522. Pitching previous 50, 389. Oh, yucky. Okay, pitching's been worse. Interesting. Is there a way to break it down to just ranked? Difficulty. I guess if I did difficulty Hall of Fame, that would be just ranked. You know what? Let's do that. Difficulty Hall of Fame. I'm going to have to change the game thing because I haven't played that many games. So let's just say, let's go back to 15 in Hall of Fame ranked, because that's the only place you'd play Hall of Fame. 336 last 15, 328 previous 15. Listen, that's pretty friggin' consistent. I'm one-dotting OPS both times. Listen, I know people are far better than me, but I'm just remarkably curious and like fascinated by this consistency and how these numbers work. What's changed? Okay, I'm popping up the ball a lot less, hitting more grounders, hitting the same amount of, like literally the same amount of line drives, and essentially the same amount of fly balls. So just a little bit of trade-off between pop-ups and ground balls there. Spray charts. This is friggin' sick, man. This is super neato. And I've been a much better pitcher in the last 15 games in ranked. So I guess it's on BR and other things that I'm getting just my shit kicked in, and that's fine. My last 15 games in ranked, I have a .916 whip. You guys are getting the best pitching tips on the internet from me right here on this channel. That's braggadocious. I'm not 100% serious about that. But make sure you don't miss our Thursday series. Moving on, games. Oh, does this mean I can see my individual games? That would make sense. Let's pull it and see what happens. It's going to take a little bit, probably, just like it did last time, so I'm okay to sit here for a moment and see what happens. Because I want to know what comes up. I'll take a quick sippy of water. Lovely. And we're waiting. And look at me. And it's here. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, it has every game I've played. This guy that I most recently lost to was in BR. He had a 20 times flawless banner, and he took me to Capital Lang. Judge him at your own accord. But as you can see, I've been winning a lot. I lost to Phil Collins, the guy who did the Tarzan soundtrack. He beat me. Okay, so what do we got? We got difficulty. This is the CPU, so that doesn't count for all my wins. These were ranked games, tags. Oh my god, I could tag based on difficulty. That's sick. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to tag this as ranked. Oh, that's friggin' cool as shit. I'm going to abuse this. Tagging that as ranked. Tagging that as ranked. All right, so we tagged 4 ranked games. What does that allow me to do now? Filters. Tag. Ranked. Oh my god, that's so cool! So if I wanted to, I could plot my entire ranked career in MLB The Show 24 in this system. But now what can I do with it? Okay, so let's try this one. I played 9 innings against this fella. So that's probably the best one. Actually, you know what? Let's check this first one. Flyboy Heart 14. We hit view. I won 8-4 because I'm a king. My hittings. Oh, I could see my lineup. I could see my hitting summary. Oh, this is so cool. I'm going to nerd out over this, man. I hit 308. I guess that's not fantastic, but I did win 8-4, so, you know, suck it. I hit 4 ding-dongs, a triple, 2 doubles. I hit 7 extra base hits. That doesn't... Oh, I had a lot more hits than 8, obviously. Stupid ass. 12 hits. Pitching summary. Oh, it doesn't show my individual pitchers. Maybe at least not in this category. My lineup was Acuna, Trout, Ruth, Posada. It shows their box scores. Dude, this is insane tech. Oh, here we go. Pedro. Oh, Pedro didn't pitch great early, but he kind of settled in and went through 6 innings, 3 runs allowed. Felix Bautista came in for an inning. It was clean. Matt Strahm came in for the last 2, let up a run because I learned that I don't like pitching with live series Matt Strahm. And we won. Dude, this is so cool. Okay, I love this. Oh, I wanted to minimize that. I'm sorry. Game ID. What else can I glean from this fun stuff? This was 6.5 innings. Or something like that. How many did it say? Yeah, sorry, 6.5 innings. Didn't mean to go back. I beat the brakes off this guy. I scored 8 in the bottom of the 6th and he quit. 11-4. This is Fire Flames, man. I might spend some time tonight and go back and track all my ranked games. Just specifically ranked. Dude, I don't even know what... I mean, again, this is not a sponsor. I am not lobbying for a sponsorship. I am just genuinely curious about this information. And if my intrigue about this doesn't, like... I don't know, intrigue you guys in turn to go give this a shot, this is cool. If anything, just to learn how you handle different game modes differently. Like, I don't know if anything has made me go, wow, I'm going to play this game differently. But maybe for you, some of this information might. Let's try advanced hitting. This is going to tell me I suck, probably. Okay, cards not assigned are cards that we cannot guess because there's multiple cards available or overlapping last names. Oh, I don't know what that means. Interesting. Okay. Okay, this looks like I've... That seems off to me. Okay. Maybe that's just a beta problem. Again, ShowZone folks. Love you guys. If you could tell me what exactly this means and how I can remedy this situation, that would be appreciated. But it looks like my top hitter... Okay, so here we go. See, I was right. Top hitters are determined based on fantasy points. So right now, my top hitter is Jimmy Rollins because he has like 33 more fantasy points than Mike Trout. Interesting. So that would explain why my pitchers, if we went into advanced pitching, which we will do, would be Shohei. Because I've used Shohei a lot. I use Shohei a ton. Oh, you know what? If it counts offline as well, it might not. But I used him a lot to grind offline. So I don't know. We'll see. Because he pitches from the stretch. With lefty batters, I hit 451. With righty batters, I hit 431. Listen, that kind of tracks because I feel better with lefties. So that kind of proves to me that I am better with lefties. 448 with switchies. I am better with lefties than I am with switchies. It's pretty friggin' cool. It also shows you that I hit lefty-lefty pretty well. By position groups, what is my worst offensive position? Second base. That kind of tracks too, because I have not fallen in love with any second baseman yet this year, to be perfectly honest. This is so, like, detailed. Number of outs. Okay, it doesn't look like this is tracking correctly, so I don't really know what this means. Maybe that'll get fixed in the future. Most hits. Mike Trout and Jimmy Rollins are tied. Wow, they're really in an arms race here to see who's first. Jimmy Rollins and Mike Trout basically tied, 49-48. Most fantasy points. Dude, this is... Match including assumed cards. What does that mean? Oh! We have more information! So it's not counting guys like J.D. Davis, who I abused in BR. Willie Castro, who, again, abused in BR. Paul O'Neill, my only ever one-of-one superfractor. Okay. Listen, this is in beta. It's only going to improve when it's out of beta. So I'm curious to track how it progresses. Let's check pitching and see why it says Shohei is my best. Yeah, he doesn't have more fantasy points than Johan Santana. So I'm curious. But that's, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not breaking my affection towards this. Most wins, Johan. I mean, I abused him when the game first came out. Billy Wagner, most saves. Oh, 9 is my most saves? Really? Let's check my current bullpen. That can't be right. Oh, it's not tracking a lot of guys. I forgot about that. Because, like, Andrew Miller, he's got 6. Okay, never mind. Bautista's got 6. Devin Williams has 2. Joe Kelly, well, we just started using him. Let's go to wild cards. I use Trinan a lot. Nope. No saves. 2 saves. Oh, maybe it is right. Maybe I'm overestimating how much I use these guys. Oh, you know who I got to check? Here's what'll tell me. Adam Ottavino. Adam Ottavino was my guy. 4 saves. Okay, F me. Well, Billy Wagner. Good for you, pal. Welcome. Most fantasy points. Yeah, this one seems off to me. But again, that's okay. What else we got here? Most used cards. So these are my most used cards. Right? Or are they community most used cards? They have to be community. I'm pretty sure these are community. Because I don't use Mike Napoli and I don't use Adam Dunn, ever. I did use Termar a lot. I didn't use Eddie Matthews. This has to be community. Let's see. Is there a way to determine that? Doesn't say here. I am presuming this is community. I didn't use Austin Riley a lot. I'd never use Ricky Henderson, only to pinch run. Yeah, it's got to be. But that's still interesting. Most used cards. I don't know if this means, like, at-bats taken or fantasy points accrued either. It would be nice if there was, like, a distinction there that told me what exactly this was. I'm also possibly missing something, too. Yeah, I'm not sure. But either way, it's cool. This tells you who the community's using. Like, if you're struggling at catcher, for example, like, I don't know who to use. Who's the community using most? Mike Napoli. Give him a try. But in my opinion, don't use Mike Napoli. I think he stinks. His swing sucks, regardless. Game stats. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So this compares my data to community data. Now, what's my sample size? All time? Because I can promise you, all time, I've hit into significantly more than 10 perfect outs. I've hit into 10 perfect outs today. The game has been shit today. I'm recording this, by the way, on Monday, the day before you're listening. 500 perfect singles, perfect doubles, perfect triples, 1,010 perfect home runs. That feels nice. Top exit velos. Someone hit a ball 119. 3 people hit a ball 119 in an online game? I need to know where they were playing. The connection must have been incredible. 119? That's crazy. Top homers, online game, 556. Holy shit. Can I see how far my farthest went? I want to know. 12 perfects in a single game? By one player? By All right. This is where I start to get... Listen, I'm not calling people out. It's just a product of someone's name being on here. How does one player card have 12 perfects in one game? In an online game, mind you. It's not rookie grinding. It's an online game. I need to get to the bottom of this. 11, 9, 9. Capo's been on here a few times. Otani, my GOAT, with live series Higashioka. Maybe like a BR game where someone quasi-quit and was still playing. I don't know. Listen, I'm not calling people out. I mean, no disrespect to anybody on this list. I just want to learn more of what all this means. Wow, Capo is all over this list. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. I'm going to check back once more people have updated their information. I want to see my farthest home run. How does one do that? Let's try it. Let's go to basics, maybe? Nope. Advanced hitting. Filters. Type of stats. Online. Game start, elevation, game result, away, home, innings play. All right, so no, it's not going to be there. I want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? Ever since I said Phil Collins before, that's been in my head, so I'm glad I had a chance to sing that. Sorry, YouTube. Don't demonetize me. Okay, I'm going to learn more about this. I'm not going to sit here while you guys just, watch me try to figure this thing out, because I will figure it out and then let you guys know. It's not on the dashboard. It's not on the basics. We'll figure this out as a team, and then I'll update everybody again. But, like, homies, I mean, let's hit escape. Oh, sorry, F11. Let's go back to OBS, and let's go back to my... let's go to the game, I guess. How cool is that? How cool is ShowZone Savant? Not a sponsor, again, making it abundantly clear. But I think it's worth looking into. I mean, look at how cool all that information was. And it's only going to be updated and be more accurate as more people put their information in the system. All you had to do was download the extension, log into theshow.com, log into either PlayStation or Xbox, depending on, which system you're using, and then just hit the button, and it syncs all your data. And then I've set it so that it syncs my information daily. There were options for hourly and weekly and stuff like that. I think what's available to you depends on your level of subscription or account with ShowZone. So I don't know if you'll have the same options, but I've chosen daily. And I'm just, I don't know. I think this is dope. I think this is super cool. I think you should try it. And I'm curious what your guys' feedback is, because I think this could be a good, cool tool. So yeah, so that is this episode of the show, the podcast, a very base level, just blind deep dive. I had no idea what to expect of Savant. And what I can say is, because it's this is not an official review. It's a beta, so it's bound to not be perfect. There were clearly some minor things in terms of like recognizing like J.D. Davis and Willie Castro or whatever. But when the data gets more precise, and when more people upload, and when I learn as a human individual to operate all the options there, I'm sure I'll get a ton out of it. And again, I don't know how much it's going to inform my decision-making in-game, but it will be cool to go back and see how the decisions I made individually impacted my gameplay. I think that's the relationship, if that makes sense. So maybe that is, in a reverse Uno way, helping me? I don't know. You guys get my drift, though. So if you guys use it, let me know what you think. I'm curious, genuinely, what you guys think, because this is fun. So thank you guys for making it to the end of this episode of the show, the podcast. Don't forget, this is a long one, by the way. Thank you for sticking with me. Don't forget episode 200 on Tuesday. It's fun. This is fun. We're having fun. It's a video game. Who cares if the game's good or bad? We're having fun. So thank you guys for making it to the end. Love you all. Subscribe, like, comment, all the stuff. See you next time.